Again, and welcome back, Attorney Steve Vonner, and welcome to another exciting episode of Copyright Watchdog. We are here today talking in this podcast video about Donald Trump copyright infringement. What? I thought this was a Law and Order candidate. All right, so let's head on out here. AttorneySteve.com, you can see my webpage right here. We are talking in this episode of Copyright Watchdog. That's right here, Copyright Watchdog. Okay, as you can see our logo there, the breaking legal news. So we are talking in this case about Donald Trump. Okay, so recently Donald Trump organization, not as president, but as organization, was sued by a Julie Dermansky. So let's pop this in. Now this is our PACER case locator. If you're wondering, you want to get the scoop on some of the latest federal court cases, this is a good place to find it. You go to pacer.gov. That's pacer.gov. I come in here and I click on civil. Usually I'm looking for civil matters, and I put in the party name, the last name, first name. Julie Dermansky is our plaintiff here. So let's click on that and see what's going on, okay? So here we see you can go by date filed, which is usually what I do. I like to find those recent cases. You can see Julie Dermansky here, PLA, that's the plaintiff. You can see that this was filed in New York court, okay? Here's the case number. So, and that was filed in June of 2017, so not too long ago. So let's click on that, find out what kind of goodies we can find in here. Now, usually first thing you can do is go to the attorney link and just see who the attorneys are. Here you can see the Leibowitz law firm representing the plaintiff, Julie Dermansky, so not a lot of information in there. Then you can go here to the history documents. This is where you can find out more about the case. I just run the query. And we'll usually give you a history of where the case is, okay? So Judge Oken presiding, and as you can see, the case number, Dermansky versus Trump Organization, LLC. So suing the organization for copyright infringement. So let's dig in first and foremost. Let's take a look at this complaint, see what it says. This is going right to the source. For some of you people that, are trying to get around fake news, you're trying to have a legitimate broadcast, you're trying to get factual issues as opposed to, what some may call fake news. Go in here, come right to the source. This is government filed documents. These are public records of the proceeding, okay? So here we are, United States District Court, Southern District in New York. There's your docket number, jury trial being demanded, and there's Julie Dermansky against the Trump Organization, LLC. Now, we have here, we'll just go through it, plaintiff Julie Dermansky, by and through her counsel, files a complaint as follows. And here you can get the nature of the action. This is an action for copyright infringement under Section 501 of the Copyright Act. This action arises out of the defendant's unauthorized reproduction and public display of a copyrighted photo of a Donald Trump rally owned and registered by Dermansky. So Dermansky had a photo of and I'll just come here to the Exhibit A that was filed. I think there was, or maybe there wasn't. There it is. Exhibit A is the alleged copyrighted photo. So let's get into that. Let's take a peek. It's loading there. So what she did is she took this photograph and she had it registered with the Copyright Office. And Copyright Office registration is what you want if you want to be able to bring a federal court lawsuit. Let's view that document. Now there is a small charge for viewing and printing out these documents. I think it's 10 cents a page, but it's invaluable. So you can go right to the source, as I said here. So she had the copyrighted photo, which I'm pulling up, and apparently Donald Trump ended up getting his hands on the photo one way or the other through the organization, I should say. And by the way, I should say allegedly, because nothing's been proven yet. But at any rate, he had found the photo, someone through his organization had found the photo, let's say, and it ended up on his Instagram page. And you can see the photo here in Exhibit A. This is an attachment to the complaint. There's the photo, Make America Great Again. It's a nice photo, great colors, red, white, and blue. So the concept here is that he took it and used it. Let's go back to the complaint. I don't know what Exhibit B is. Let's see if we can find it on Exhibit B. Maybe that's him using it on his Instagram account, but let's find out. So at any rate, the photo had been registered and the photographer found it and wanted to file a suit for copyright infringement against the Donald Trump organization. So this is always a risky area. We tell a lot of our clients that using photos on your website, just because you see things on Google, just because you see things you like, using photos on your Twitter, your Facebook page, YouTube, cover photos, your banner photos, anything like that, can lead to problems. You want to make sure that you're always getting permission if you can. So I'm not going to go to that. That's not really loading. So let's go back to the complaint, but let's take a look at some of the allegations. You can see here the summons was issued, the case was open. Not a whole lot has gone on up till now, but you can see the docket here. Okay, you can see down here I'm searching and they're basically charging me 10 cents. So let's get back, if we can, through the lightning speed of my internet here. Let's see if we can get back to the complaint in the matter. So that's pulling up. So one of the things about copyright infringement damages that we'll go ahead and talk about is if you can prove willful copyright infringement, that means somebody intentionally, willfully, or recklessly used your photos for commercial gain. I mean, this is becoming like a new business model. I hate to say it, but I mean, people are now registering copyrights, looking around on the internet to see if somebody's infringing their copyrights, and if they can find that, they bring a claim. And under the copyright law, you can seek up to $150,000 for statutory willful infringement. So that's a lot of money. That's not to say you're going to get that amount of money, but I mean, there's not a lot of statutes that have a big $150,000 statutory kicker if you can prove willful infringement. So that's really important to know. We have a video out there on damages if you want to get into that. Just Google copyright damages attorney Steve. Okay, so this case, let's go back. Nature of the action. Basically, a copyrighted photo of a Donald Trump rally owned and registered by Dermansky, a New Orleans-based photojournalist. Accordingly, Dermansky seeks monetary relief under the Copyright Act of the United States as amended. So they filed suit here in New York, even though the photographer is a New Orleans-based photographer. So sued right in, I believe, that's where Trump lives, right? So I think she came right into the district and said, let's go for it. This claim arises under the Copyright Act. Court has personal jurisdiction. We just talked about this over defendant because defendant resides in or is transacting business in New York. So that's there. Talks a little bit about the parties. You can pause that if you want to read this. Statement of facts. Here it is. Dermansky photographed a Donald Trump rally. That's that Exhibit A I showed you. A true and correct copy of the photograph is attached here to as Exhibit A. Dermansky is the author of the photograph and has at all times been the sole owner of all right, title, and interest in the photo, including the copyright. The photo was registered with the United States Copyright Office, very important, and was given this copyright number, so you can go look that up. At any rate, upon information and belief, Trump Organization posted the photograph on its Instagram page. You have this real Donald Trump. See HTTPS Instagram. There's his, I think if you click that, it might actually go through. The website prominently featured photograph, and apparently he received, here you can see it, 27,000 likes. I guess somehow the theory would be that would boost the Trump Organization brand, I suppose. And did not, allegation number 12, did not license the photograph from plaintiff for its website, nor did Trump Organization have plaintiff's permission or consent to publish the photo. So that because of that, alleging copyright infringement, there's your section. You can read that if you want. As you can see, plaintiff is entitled to statutory damages up to $150,000 per work. I mean, that's pretty, that's pretty drastic. So there's always a lot on the line in copyright law. And anyway, that's kind of a short demand for a jury trial. There's the law firm, and that's how these cases get started. So if you need some help with the copyright issue, give us a call. We're happy to help. But this is general legal information only and not legal advice or substitute for legal advice. So that's about it, folks. We will talk to you soon.